Travis just left with the Bobcat, so he's gonna start baling this afternoon down in the valley. Got someone job shadowing us today.
I'm Hannah Smith.
Hannah Smith.
From Darlington.
Sounds like a likely alias, Hannah Smith.
I was talking to somebody once and they were like, what kind of name is Hannah Smith? It's so generic.
We're gonna hop in the 4640. I parked it up behind the barn here last night, and we're gonna go finish raking down in the valley, and then Travis is gonna go back to the farm with the truck after he drops the Bobcat off. Dad has already headed down there with the 4020 and the bale carrier, and they're gonna start stacking round bales. She's right at the bottom fill line. When I get back tonight, I'm gonna have to fill it up. Could also be because it's sitting on a slight incline. All right, you ever been in one of these tractors before? No? There's a button on your armrest. Lower that down. Push the button. Pick it up. There you go.
When did you start like your YouTube stuff?
I started YouTube in 2012 full time, and I was in college at the time. And was just sitting in the computer lab thinking like, what can I do for the rest of my life? Because at the time we didn't know that we were going to be farming, so I was into photography, and I just started taking my camera to the farm.
As a plan, I just don't know if it'll do much.
I'd be more worried about the waterways.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if we roll this over, it's more work. I mean, we don't want to burn more fuel, time, and energy, but roll it over, let the sun and the wind get the underside of it, get that moisture out of it. I'm trying to make dry material as much as we were supposed to wrap this stuff, but and then just have you keep right on going. All right, what's your name? I never got your name.
Hannah.
Anna?
Hannah.
Hannah. You might get called Anna a couple times, but I think you'll get the gist of it. I'm terrible with names. So. Might just be hey you. So.
Back and we'll get that rolling that wrap.
I'll know it's
Rolls I'll need to do.
The baler, come down.
Okay.
Probably start right behind him if it looks like it.
That time we get that.
Okay. Want to learn how to drive a tractor? A big one?
I mean, yeah.
He's driving the 4020.
Yeah, that's true. I'll get you raking. All right, so I'm going to teach Hannah how to drive a 4640. She says she knows how to drive antique tractors, but we'll get her set up in the 46. And what we're planning on doing is re-raking everything that I did yesterday, basically to turn everything over because there's still a little bit of moisture at the bottom of the windrow, and we're trying to make the material as dry as we can before we make it, because we really do not want these bales to heat, because any leftover material that we have at the end of the year, at the end of the winter, is probably going to get sold, depending on how much we use. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do the first outside pass, and then I'm going to let her take over. Okay, so like I said, range, and then this is your gear selector. So you have like A, B, C, and then you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now,
oh, it's D part. D
yes.
is for part. A, B, C, D
Yep.
is like higher.
Yep.
Okay.
So to put it in park, you got to put it in neutral first, and then you move it down there. So what I've been raking in has been like B3. So you have to use the clutch between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That makes sense. And then it's power shift between 3 and 4. So if you want to go a little bit faster, all you have to do is just move that selector. Got our hydraulic SCVs over here. So outside one spreads wings. Middle one is the raise and lower. It's rather slow, so you have to do it before you start getting on the windrow. But you don't have to go all the way wide. We're just trying to flip the windrow. We're not trying to combine stuff together. So go ahead and drop it down. This one I usually just leave all the way forward. It's the up and down from the wings, because that's float. And then the closest one here controls your windrow size, which we're not going to need to mess with today. The rear of the rake actually goes back and forth, so. actually raking this, some of it in road gear yesterday, going back and forth. The reason I wanted to do the outside pass is because we cut a little bit too far out, and it's pretty muddy along these waterways up here. I like taking it.
Yay. On your camera?
No, go ahead. I'm riding with you for the first
Oh,
couple
okay.
passes.
I'm
I'm not
like,
just setting you loose.
I was gonna, yeah, that would be kind of scary. Okay. I'm scared.
You scared?
Yeah. Okay.
That's
So, touch and brace.
Yep.
Okay, which one do I do first? Does it
So
matter?
you gotta put it in range first. So right now, the tractor bit, the I don't see the sticker for it anywhere. Well, it's hidden behind that box there. So power assist park release. So you gotta put it into reverse. So put this into A. It's kind of hard, but push. There you go. Now put it into 1R. There you go. Put on the brake. Slowly release the clutch. It's gonna pop out. There you go. Put it clutch in. Brake. Put your B range. Or actually, you have to move the reverse lever first. Okay. B me too. There you go. You're okay.
And then 3.
Yep. Go ahead and slowly release the clutch and get ready to push that second lever all the way forward. It'll go into the flow position. There you go.
This is my go-go juice.
Yep.
Oh, there goes the clutch.
Slap it into fourth. There you go.
Yeah, I'm used to tractors where they only have one gear.
Oh, really?
Well, 2, forward and reverse.
Yeah. There you go.
The throttle's like right under the steering wheel.
The reason we have this tractor on the rake is because it's got the wheels on it. It's not more stable. This rake will push this tractor around. She did pretty good. Just set her loose. She's gonna do skip passes. She's gonna come back around and hit this one. So, now what the heck should I do? Travis just showed up. He's about to start baling. There's definitely some green spots throughout it. Like this up here isn't. I would just avoid doing the waterways until I would do them very last because
That's what I was planning on.
there's a lot of green stuff in them.
The sun, the wind's dying down. If the sun and the wind would have kept out, this is the stuff I'm worried about.
The sun's gonna be coming out here in a little bit.
Doesn't look like bad stuff. Grass, clover mix. Be interested to see how it actually adds up.
Mhm.
The stuff I don't think it's gonna be super heavy.
So she found the safest way to crash a drone by running it into the windrow. Drone's fine, but she gave it a little bit too much juice, or a little bit too much French fry when she should have pizzaed, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Rocket. Got the manager here. I'm gonna go over and pull my truck into the field and get some more footage of Mom and Dad run, because Mom's in the 4020, Dad's in the Bobcat. We wanted to bring the Bobcat down because the trailer that we brought to bring the Bobcat down, we've loaded the JCB on once, and let's just say we're pretty sure that the trailer can't handle the JCB. It's a little bit too heavy. We decided that from that point we were only going to use the flatbed to move around the JCB if we had to. Taking back over the rake. I've got to finish the hillsides here and then go and do the bottom as well. So I think only like half the bottom is cut, but I'll know more once I get down there. So she's gonna go learn how to round bale hay. Really, Rocket? You just had to ride, huh? So I think this is the first time we've really put this Rhino Ag rake to the test. All the other times we've used it, it's been on contours, you know, the density of the material hasn't been that thick. But stuff down here, especially with like the rolling hills, it's really shown what it can do. Now that I have finished re-raking all of the field, we're gonna head out and start doing the bottom out here. Now I'm going to do the outsides very last because the stuff out here is so thick that if I do the outsides and try to re-rake it at all, it's gonna start bunching up. So I'm gonna try to find like a good center point, maybe like 2 or 3 passes in, and just work from there. Now I'm not gonna have the rake fully spread because of the reasons I mentioned. It's just so thick down here. I have the width of the rear end of the rake set as wide as it can go to try to prevent any clogs, because you really don't want to get any clumps down in places like this, because it'll pretty much form a clump the size of a full round bale if you let it. So I got to do everything that I can to make sure that the stuff flows through the rake nice and smoothly. But this shouldn't take real long. I'm gonna head down to the end of the field down here and spin around and head back. Now the Grant River is literally right like a stone's throw away from where we're going to be raking, and I'm actually going to be able to look down in it once I go and do the outside pass. That's going to be a lot of hay. It's going to be a lot of bales. These type of conditions are what this rake was made for. back to the farm with the 4640. Hannah's behind me in my truck. We're taking the 46 back because we're not going to need it until we cut more hay. So we're going to drop this back off the main farm and head back down to the valley. So it looks like we got a leak on the number 3 SCV. There's fresh oil leaking out of it. We did work on one of them. I'm not sure if it was number 3 because of the same issue. Anyway, just got back with the rake. This thing ate a steel stake that was sitting in the grass, and I can't even tell where it went through. It was out here somewhere. The stake, however, doesn't look quite as good. It's not in as near good a shape. So the hay down here for the most part is pretty dry, but there are some definite wet spots in it. I noticed when I was going around and raking it, there was some areas that were still pretty green. So the verdict was that we're gonna pull out for today and then come back tomorrow and finish this. And then whenever the weather turns out, because they are calling for rain next week, so it's not enough time to finish cutting what's on the other side of the bottom down there. When the time comes, we'll cut that, but hopefully tomorrow we can get all this made. It's gonna be a lot of bales, but Mom and Dad got all the bales moved in from up in the field back to the buildings, so all we really have to do is move those bales back to the farm along with these ones. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow.